Calling, she keep calling. The money calling, money calling, money calling.
Do you like to record hip-hop vocals in FL Studio? Are you never quite happy with the results you get after mixing? Do you love the sweet sound of auto-tune on your vocals? Do you kind of but not really understand what an EQ does? Then drop a like and stay tuned, because today we're going to be breaking down how to achieve a super auto-tune, hella sketchy style vocal effect. The same type of vocals you would find on SoundCloud as well as in the depths of YouTube. So the first thing I'll do for you is play pretty much the hook and a little bit of the verse that I have recorded. I've pretty much just recorded a cool demo track that we can dissect so you can learn more about arranging and mixing within FL Studio. Now obviously I can't cover everything in this single video, so please subscribe, turn the bell notification thing on so that you can see me uploading the rest of the videos of this slight little series. I'll be breaking down structure, the vocal mixing obviously, as well as all these little tips and tricks that you can use to create a sense of depth within your mix. So if you're into that, yeah. Alrighty, so the first thing we want to do is set up our microphone. As you can see, I've set my microphone up just below my chin. I always want to avoid getting the capsule parallel to my mouth, otherwise I could risk getting a really treble-ish vocal. So set that up and let's set up our microphone preamp. So once you've set up your microphone and all that, you've turned on your phantom power, turn up the gain up until the point where it sounds good. You want to make sure it matches the levels that I used when recording my version. Alright, now you can follow on screen. If you look at this red channel, which is channel 11, it is labeled mic input. You want to add your microphone to this channel. As you can see right there, I just did. And then from there on out, you want to navigate towards all of these green channels. Now, all of these green channels are the separate vocals that you will be adding to your song. As you can see, I have a main vocal, left, right, and a sing, and they correspond in the mixer. So if you want to navigate to a new part of the song, so you've recorded all your main vocals, you can then go and hover over the mic input channel and then press Control, left click, Control, left click, Control, left click, and that will allow you to route directly to that channel. If you're using anything below FL Studio 20.1, the vocals should automatically be sent to that. So as you can see, everything is being sent there. If I click on this, it is going to channel 6 and it is routed to channel 6. So everything corresponds. You want to do that to maintain cleanliness, all right? It is important to make sure your projects are looking good. So yeah, the final step to achieving greatness is to obviously have your beat ready, but the first thing you want to do is pull your beat into an application software called Mixmeister BPM. Now there is a free version which is orange. You can go and find that on Google. I'll leave a link in the description as well. If I forget, just please remind me. But yeah, you want to add that, and once you find a value, you want to add that value into FL Studio. So this beat's BPM is 75. This is going to make sure that you can organize your song, because a chorus is 8 bars. You can see we have 8 bars perfectly lined up there. It's just good etiquette. So once you've done that, you can then either make your own way of doing this, but basically to find the scale of a song, you want to buy this plugin called the Hornet Song Key. It's about $12. It's going to save you so much time, but basically it will show you the scale of the song, which then you can set your auto tune to. So it's really easy. Obviously if you're using Pitcher, boom, there you go. So yeah, that's it, done. Okay, it's time we take a look at the actual vocal effects. So we'll just run through what we have. We'll go to the bridge section and then the chorus, then we can do a bit of the outro, and then I'll break down everything as fast and as efficiently as I can. Beat by guccidelles, I guess. I honestly forget the name, so you're just gonna have to go look through every single one of his beats. But yeah, let's get straight into it.
Rolling up a blonde flavors like a rainbow. I'm pouring up that juice. When I'm pouring up, I crack the seal, yeah. 100 drills, I gotta keep it real, yeah. My gold room full of Louis and Guitanas. I'm sipping juice, but I don't ever want no vodka. Counting hundreds up, I gotta make a meal, yeah. 3-point swag, free agent, fuck a deal, yeah. She keep calling, she keep calling, she keep calling. The money calling, money calling, money calling. Point swag, I might bring the bag. Point swag, I might bring the bag. Got a 2-point swag, I might bring the bag. That's some good stuff, yeah, the end, yeah. Point swag, I might bring the bag. Point swag, I might bring the bag. Point swag, I might bring the bag.
All Alrighty, so there you go. Pretty cool, short and sweet. So pretty much what we have going on. Obviously, you saw me do that radio outro. The plugin that is going to be most essential in this template, obviously, if you do decide to cop this template, there will be a completely stock plus free VST version available for those who can't buy some of the VSTs. But this is $10 right now. It's on sale. I think Korg have had this Black Friday sale on up until now. It is December 25th. Go and snag this if you can. This is a really good steal. It just has so many different plugin presets. You saw I created this whole radio effect just by messing around with 3 of the presets here. You know, I've got this chorus, I've got this kind of old school EQ going, and then I got this delay, and then you're able to create that really cool telephone effect just with an EQ as well as the autotune. But yeah, so the first thing, you know, obviously we want to do the autotune on the main vocal. So let's just head over to that main vocal. And these are the settings I'm using. Generally, if you are a beginner with autotune, Antares 8 is the best autotune out, in my opinion. But yeah, you could record like this, you know, without the natural vibrato on -12. That's just the way I've recorded, and it sounds good to me. But mess around with these settings. Obviously, 0 fastest retune speed is going to give you that super aggressive autotune sound. Don't forget, you know, to set the right scale of the beat, you know what I mean, so that you get that autotune sounding good and harmonic. So yeah, you know what I did again, you know, it's just a bit of delay. Now you could use the fruity delay too, but all I'm really doing is using this tiny minimal delay to give it like a kind of like a live sound if I turn off the other vocals.
When I'm pulling up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. When I'm
you know, you can barely hear it, but it's just creating a bit of a stereo effect. So as you can see, I've got this main vocal, it goes to the vocal chain. And then again, I use another delay, you know, very similar. You just have to mess around with the timing. Obviously, this has a cool time. That's why I chose to use this plugin specifically. But yeah, I use a bit of stereo delay just to create a kind of cool, I'm going to call it like a stadium sound, but really minimal. Now, the next thing you could do on the vocal chain, on the main vocal, let's start off by just turning off everything. So we'll turn off everything. We'll just listen to the vocal soloed.
When I'm pulling up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 joules, you know I gotta keep it real, yeah. My gold room full of Louis and Guccidelles. I'm sipping juice, but I don't ever.
Okay, I guess, you know, pretty boring. Just a stock standard clean recording. And then as we kind of bring everything in.
When I'm pulling up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 joules, you know I gotta keep it real, yeah. My gold room full of Louis and Guccidelles. I'm sipping juice, but I don't ever want no vodka.
You know, all we're really doing is giving it that enhancement, you know what I mean? That secret sauce that you might be missing in your mixes. So yeah, we can kind of break down the vocal chain now. So obviously you can see we have our EQ, right? Everything in blue is EQ. Everything in purple would be some sort of compression, tape, emulation, anything like that. Any sort of amplification to make the vocal louder or control it. But yeah, EQ, the first thing we do right here is just a bit of standard EQ. Now what you want to do is really just focus on dipping the lower mids away from your vocal. You want to get rid of a bit of the nasalness that might be in your vocal. So in this mid section, you might find your vocal sounding a bit too nasally. You can really EQ there just to, you know, get rid of a bit of that. You kind of want to smooth out this area right here. I don't know why it's called PRS, whatever that means. This area can get really like harsh sounding. So once you've done that, then you can boost the air a little bit. Now obviously I know the hella sketchy sound is really trebly. You could boost this just like that to get that sound. You know, what I like to do is use my own EQ. This is the Easy EQ, which is just a cool little easy to use equalizer. I really use it after my normal EQ just to really kind of finalize the vocal tone. So what I do is, again, I just boost the air a little bit. You could obviously go really crazy with that if you would like to. That really sucks that is gone now, but there we go. It's probably around there. But yeah, you know, de-harsh a bit, you know, it's going to get rid of that harsh frequency, and then cut the mud again, and then just reduce the bass a little bit. So if I turn off these 2 EQs.
When I'm pulling up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 joules, you know I gotta keep it real, yeah.
You know what I mean? We get that real kind of shiny sound, you know what I mean? That's really prominent in the style of music. So next thing we do is de-ess. Really important to de-ess your vocals. Obviously, you can download the modern Antares de-esser. There's a preset in there called vocal, and all you need to do is adjust the threshold and you're going to get some de-essing going. There's some cool, you know, the thing about de-essing is there are not really many free de-essers out there. The modern de-esser is probably the best free one that I've tried. Maybe in the comment section you can post if you found a better free one. But yeah, basic de-essing, just check wherever things get a bit crazy, de-essing kicks in.
When I'm pulling up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 joules, you know I gotta keep it real, yeah. My gold room full of Louis and Guccidelles. I'm sipping juice.
So as you can see, Katsan as it gets DS. So yeah, the next thing I do right here is, this is my favorite leveling amplifier. What you want to do is just hop on Google, type in free leveling amplifier VSTs. I will include my favorite one. It's probably going to be the modern Lost Angel. Is a red looking compressor with 2 knobs as well. Peak reduction and gain, you know what I mean? And what you want to do is you just want to drive the gain until you get your vocal to a nice level that you like, and then peak reduct it, so get a bit of compression going. As you can see, at max I'm reducing about 5 dB just to really squash the vocal and make it sound like one consistent vocal take. Because as you can see, I've done many different vocal takes, or 2 in this case, but things get louder and things get softer, you know. This is really just going to help smooth it out. Now on top of that, you can smooth it out with the RVox. So these 2 together is really going to give you that kind of hip-hop sound. RVox, old school compressor. What you could use is the W1 limiter, which is a free limiter that's kind of emulating the L1 limiter, and it has a similar style of characteristic. There is really no other VST like that. That's the closest VST I can get to that. So if I only turn off both of these, obviously you'll hear the volume drop.
When I'm pouring up, you know I crack the seal, yeah.
You know, kind of a whimsy vocal, and then we turn on these.
When I'm pouring up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 drills, you know I gotta keep it real, yeah. My gold room.
And what makes these compressors fun is just they're really easy to use, you know what I mean? It's compressing, it's doing the attack and release by itself, and this is just making it louder. So really cool, quick and easy to use. Next thing, we've got this green section right here, which are all of our effects. And as you can see right there, I use a fruity reverb just to create a bit of kind of reverb, get the vocal a bit more wet sounding. Then what I do is go into this harmonic chorus, which again is part of the MDEX. So many options to choose from. I mean, look at all the choruses and flanges and phases you have. You know, you got like, you know, 15-20 presets, as well as, you know, compressors, reverbs. You know, you can do really anything with, just for paying $10, really good deal. But yeah, you got this going on, which creates a kind of sense of movement within the vocal. And then again, I just smooth it out with the air chorus, and that's just going to help deal with all of the treble, the harshness of the digital sounding recordings. So if I turn off these 3, you won't hear too much of a difference, but you will hear a loss of depth within the mix.
When I'm pouring up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 drills, you know I gotta keep it real, yeah. My gold room full of Louis and guitars, I'm sipping.
You know, it just really smoothens it out. So if you really blend together this well with your EQ, you're going to get some really great results. So yeah, on the all vocals, or the vocal chain, on the vocal bus, my bad, or all vocals, all I'm really doing is limiting. Now obviously there will be a W1 limiter here if you do not own any of the wave stuff, but you know, there you go, just really getting the loudness out of the vocal right there. And as you can see, I've got this reverb again with the MDX dark hole, and all I'm really doing is automating it. So as you can see right here, I just went with my fader on my little controller, and I just manually rode the automation so that, you know, on parts of the song the reverb kicks in. So if you see this right here, just watch. Let's just make this small, and you can kind of just follow.
Flavors like a rainbow, I'm pouring up that juice. When I'm pouring up, you know I crack the seal, yeah. 100 drills.
So as you can see right there, you know, we've got the automation that just brings in the reverb in and out, just to give the vocal a bit of, you know, again, sense of depth. You know, that's what we really want to focus on with this style of music. So yeah, pretty much all we have right there, man. In terms of the other arrangement, we've got the sing that goes on right here, this kind of sing-song part. If we just solo it. You know, and I was stupid enough to actually record with the speakers on, so you can actually hear in the background the speakers still playing, which really messes up the auto tune a little bit, as you can hear right here.
Money calling.
But you know, we've got that layer right there just to really create just a cool sound, so as you can hear.
The money calling, money calling, money calling. Money calling on me, I got hella racks. Louis Gucci, yeah, I bought my girl a Gucci bag. I'm still flexing.
You know, yeah, you know, this is just our ad-libs, our radio, our sing. You know, we can really mess around with that. But yeah, you know, as I say with this Korg, if you turn this off and you want to listen to that radio sound right here,
gotta keep it real, yeah.
You know, there we've got the telephone effect right here with this EQ, but when we turn on these, we just get a bit more depth, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, we've got on our sends right here, we've got our reverb, we've got our quarter note delay, flange ascend, and then a bit of vocal crushing going on. You know, just really basic effects. No need to really go through them. You can create those. I want you to mess around with those yourself. But essentially, we have our vocal chain. We mix our vocal, and then we send our main vocal, or all of our main vocals, towards these channels, just to create more depth and sense of space within the mix. A lot of people ask me if you should EQ the beat. Yeah, I do. I always drop the beat by about 9-10 dB, and as you can see, I've dipped the beat quite a bit. I've dipped the bass, which was a bit crazy, and I've dipped some of the lower mids, which was a bit crazy too. And that's really all I'm doing in terms of EQ. Really important to source high quality beats, otherwise it's going to be hard to mix your vocal, which might sound high quality, on a trash beat, which is going to really mess up the production. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can show you in this video. I hope you learned something. Purchase link in the description, a few free presets. I probably will include a few more than usual because tomorrow is Christmas. But yeah, shout out to everyone. We're almost at 8,015 subscribers away from 8,000. So next year's gonna be crazy. Yeah, let's keep pushing. Keep making music and all that. I'll check you in the next video. Peace out.